Hey everyone, I know I'm a little early today, but what I'm making is going to take about like at least an hour, hour and a half tops. Let me a little bit so y'all can see. So today I am making baked pork chops today, and it is freezing outside as we speak. Freezing and it's snowing. So give me a second to dry my hands. If I can find my paper towels, but if not, I can just wipe them on my pants legs. Thank God for a double-sided sink. And today I'm going to just put them in the oven today. With some chicken broth, and from the chicken broth, I'm going to make some homemade gravy. I'm going to turn on my oven for a second. I'm going to turn it to about like 400, 450. Yeah, I know I'm a little early today, and sorry about the blurriness. It's just the way I had my camera and the lighting in my kitchen. Oh, jeez. So I'm gonna I turned on my oven so it can preheat a little bit so it can get nice and warm for when I go stick it in the oven. I pretty much like my basic ingredients is like pretty much seasoning salt, onion powder, lemon pepper, garlic salt, onion salt, and a little bit of pepper. Yeah, I know I'm a little bit early, but what I'm making is going to take at least an hour, hour and a half, two tops in the oven for it to fully cook. I'm going to just throw them in here. It doesn't matter how you lay them in the crock pot. Doesn't matter how you lay them in there. Cause I know last night I had some leftover rice from dinner last night, so I'm going to use the rest of the rice that I made last night for dinner to go with this, to go with the rice and gravy. Because the rice that I made last night actually used my rice cooker, and it is fabulous. I'm gonna grab my chicken broth. This is pretty much 100% chicken broth, unsalted, but it works fabulous. You just pour it in. Hey Samantha, we're gonna take like a box and a half to cook. I'm gonna use some of the broth from this after it's done to make gravy. Let me see if my oven's hot enough for me to stick it in. Yeah, it's hot enough. I just gotta grab the lid. Now we're just gonna stick it in and let it go for maybe an hour, hour or so. How you doing, Samantha? Give me a second. I will post the link for anyone that wants to go up. in the chat. Yeah, there it goes. Post it now. Ooh, I don't like my setup. Sorry about the confusion, y'all. Cause I also have my tablet charging as I'm doing this as well. Hey, everyone, give me 1 second, okay? I'm going to turn my camera off for a second. Yeah, I'm back. I'm doing good, Samantha. I started my Sunday dinner for today because I just started putting in the oven. Then I'm going to go ahead and maybe like an hour or so go ahead and do my rice. So while I'm waiting for that to get done, I can crochet a little bit on my stool that I keep in the kitchen at all times when I'm cooking. If I can get up here right. How are you doing today, Samantha? Because what I'm making for today is going to take about like an hour or so, maybe more. I am making pork chops in the oven today with smothered in chicken broth, and then I'm making also when that gets like halfway done, I'm making buttered white rice, and homemade gravy. I just put my pork chops in the oven. 'Cause I was gonna make drumsticks, drumsticks today, but realized I didn't have any, so I decided to do the pork chops. It was either pork chops or chicken breast. If you want to come up, Samantha, you can. If you want to. And I figured that while my food's cooking, I can sit here and crochet a little bit too at the same time. Because I'm doing my live stream today from my tablet and reading all the comments from my phone because it's a little bit easier for me. Because they, if I try to type in the chat from a tablet, it won't let me. So I try to use my phone to type and reply to comments. And I know I'm like a little bit early, but rather early than never late. And like where right now where I live at, it's been snowing since I think last night or sometime last night or early this morning. And it's freezing. And like what I'm making tonight is a good winter meal for the winter time. And I just don't know what I just did to my yarn. Oh, I figured it out. I had some of it tangled up. Whew. And I'm going to just set this over here while I already got some pulled out already. I just got detangled with it just a little bit. Because every time I try to, I take out enough yarn out of the ball that some once in a blue moon will tangle up into these like little tiny knots. So I figure I'll come on, talk to y'all, cook, crochet a little bit. Because normally, if I'm putting stuff in the oven and I know it's going, if I know it's going to take a while, that I'll sit here and crochet while it cooks, and then when it gets halfway done, I'll check on it. But as long as I'm still in the kitchen, though. So like, but if I'm like doing something on the stove, I will I won't crochet or anything because I ain't trying to burn my food. But today I got stuff in the oven, so I might as well cook and crochet at the same time while I'm talking to y'all. 'Cause today, earlier today, I went down to my local Family Dollar to get a few things just for like the house and stuff. But as far as like yarn wise, I don't need any more yarn just yet. Cause I'm trying to use up what I have. Um, as far as like my rice cooker, I love my rice cooker, and I got that from Walmart, and it was like what $30 at my local Walmart, and like, cause I got my crock pot, and as far as my crock pot, I do have to buy another one because my first one I broke it. A long story behind that one. But my rice cooker, I love my rice cooker, and I can also like in the rice cooker, I can also steam vegetables to um chicken is like multi-purpose. I love it. I'm not too sure how long I'm going to be on today. Maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, two tops. All depends on what time my food gets done. Probably after it does get done, I'm going. I might stay on a little bit longer, but I will feed my husband and my son, and then I'll like that ain't going to take me long to do. Only like a couple minutes. But I will like when that happens, I will leave my live stream open. Hey Samantha, where you go? And whatever. Pretty much my lives are pretty much whatever anyone wants to talk about, including myself. But normally on Sundays is pretty much cooking wise. Because in about like 5 to 10 minutes, I want to stir up my pork chops in the oven. These like I make my this is one of the pot holders I made because it comes as a set, but the other one's over here in the window, and this is a single crochet pot holder. Because this is like one. as far as this, I did not put a border on or either one. There, it comes as a set. Um, I don't remember how many stitches I made. I think this is. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. A stitch of 24. 24 across, and I think I made one, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24 across, and 23 in height as far as row wise. 23 rows and 24 stitches across in a single crochet. This is just one of them. The other one is over in my windowsill, and that's in a single crochet. Because normally when I'm in here cooking or if I'm in here doing something, I spend most of my time in between the kitchen or my bedroom when I do my lives. So today I'm doing my live from my kitchen because that is one of the cooking segments I'm doing that I only go twice a week, which is Sundays and Wednesdays. Um, what is everybody doing today? Because I know in some states that it's like really cold, where really cold. Because I know where I live at right now is I think it's like 28 or 24 degrees and snowing. And if anybody wants to come up, there is a link in chat for anyone that wants to come up if you choose to. Uh, it's not done. I'm gonna give it about like a couple more minutes before I get up and and stir it up. Probably after I get done with the yarn that I got hanging here. What is everybody? What did everybody do today, and what are y'all making? And what is the weather where y'all live at right now? Give me a second. Ethan, you good? Ethan, you good? Okay, I'm back. I had to check on my household. Mm-hmm. Yes, baby. Well, what you need? What you need? I can stop for a second. Two pieces of bologna. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second, everyone. Okay, I'm back, everyone. I want to know who's the second person watching. That's what I want to know. Oh, it's starting to smell so good. I'm just moving them around so they can get more coverage and cook thoroughly. I'm going to add a little bit of water to give it some more juice. Thought I had a cup down here, but I don't. With food, as long as you season your food properly, it should come out really, really, really like what's the word I'm looking for? If you season your food properly the way you like it to taste, it should come out really, really, really good. Doesn't matter if it's baked, fried, sauteed. And plus, on top of that, during the wintertime where I live at, I love using my hot oven because that sometimes during in the kitchen it does get a little cold even with the heat on. So the extra heat in my kitchen, oh my god, feels so good. So so good. I'm going to grab my slippers. I'm going to sit back just a little bit without trying to fall. It's probably after the food's done. I'm going to sit. I'm going to feed everybody, but after I get done feeding everybody, I do know I'm going to probably. I don't know if I'm going to stay on after it's done or not. But if I do, probably ain't going to be like much longer. Like after the food's done, after I get done feeding everybody, because like I'm always the last person to eat anyways. 'Cause, like I normally try to feed everyone before myself. Because I'm the type of person that, like, as I'm cooking, I like to sample as I'm cooking to see how it tastes. That's the reason why I'm not, like, hungry right away. So, might as well cook and crochet at the same time. At least I can work on my husband's blanket and make dinner at the same time. Because honestly, for I think is my third live. I think my my third live because I know my first live was last Wednesday. No, correction. I think my first live was last Sunday. Then my second one was this past Wednesday, and today's my third. Today's my third. And honestly, I think that I'm not doing too bad for my lives because, like, at first, I was really nervous in doing them. Where I started off with like posting videos at first, where I'm still going to be posting videos like throughout the week, but not as much as I was doing before. Probably like 2, 3 videos, because I know that I'll be going live twice a week, but I will be posting videos at the same time. Probably like 2 videos. I know that much a week. And I honestly think I'm going to stay on as long as I can because my husband's watching football right now, and I really don't want to watch football right now. I don't mind it sometimes, but today's just one of those days I don't want to watch football. I'm just checking messages to see if anybody said anything. I'm just checking, that's all. Because I'm doing my lives from my tablet and just checking from my phone because it's a little bit easier for me. I'm just seeing, and I'm not used to being up here. Like I'm not used to like everything yet because I'm still working out the kinks. Excuse me, I'm still working out some kinks on what to do, how to do it, and stuff like that. Give me 1 second. I'm just checking out something. Um, I was just replying back to one of my friends that I also follow on YouTube. So hey Chris, how are you today? So I'm making dinner and crocheting at the same time. As soon as I can stop playing with my yarn. How are you today, Chris? Yes, I'm very warm. 'Cause, like right now where I live at, it's still snowing because it started snowing sometime last night. And doing my making my husband's blanket in the kitchen also helps too. Oh, you should, Chris. Like it helps a lot because so far, like in the past, like 2 3 years, I've been making nothing but blankets, and each one of my blankets is at least a king size blanket just for myself. Because I think the smallest blanket I made was for my son, and I made that as a twin size blanket. And it's nice to see you, Chris, too. Really nice to see you. Really, really nice to see you. And I appreciate you coming over. I thank everyone that comes over to my channel. I highly appreciate it. Oh yes, Chris. I will like for me and my husband. We have a queen size bed, but in order to share the blanket, it has to be a king size. Because right now we have 2 king size blankets that we use daily. And then other king size blankets that I made for like family and friends for the holidays. Yes. And I appreciate you coming over, Chris. I really do. I highly appreciate you. But I'm going to check on my dinner in a second. Because as I'm cooking, I'm crocheting at the same time. Hey, Cam. How are you today? Thank you, Cam, for coming over. My husband says that all the time about me, Chris, because he says that still it covers all the time for me. Hey, Kim, thanks for coming over. I appreciate it, Kim. Sure, I'm making dinner as we speak, Kim. And I wanted to go up on live to cook dinner because I had started about almost an hour ago, making pork chops and rice. And my pork chops is in the oven, so I figured that since it's going to take a while for it to cook, might as well crochet at the same time. Thank y'all very much for coming over, Chris and Cam. Thank you so much. Cam, if you want to come up, there's a link that I have posted. Thank you, Chris. This is my third one. My third live, but before I did lives, I was posting videos from my phone because they're according to YouTube, in order to use their live, that you have to have at least 50 subscribers or more. So I decided to go through StreamYard in order to do my lives.
Hello.
Hey, Kim. Hey, Cameron.
Hello.
What are you making?
I am making an Afghan.
I love the colors.
I do too.
I love the colors. They're so cute. I like especially that black, blue, and purple one.
Yeah, it's olive green, blue, and purple.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's called Peacock Variegated from Karen Jumbo.
Oh, it's so cute. I love the colors.
Oh, so do I. It's called the Sweet Shells Afghan. I had to think about it.
This is what I'm making for my husband. Is in like different colors.
Ooh, I like that.
It's a ongoing granny square.
Oh, I love doing those.
I just want to turn it into a king size blanket.
So Kelly from Kelly's Crochet Adventures was the first one to buy this. It's making a weekend Afghans to crochet,
Mmm.
and she actually made this one for one of her friends and his wife. His wife.
Yeah.
So, and then Auntie Dana bought it, and then I just did.
That's really cute.
And I think I figured out the multiples in case I wanted to make it bigger. But I'm gonna have to try it like a coaster. So here it is. I think it's a multiple of 3 plus either 3 or 4 at the end.
That's
I'm
about
gonna.
what the picture says. It looks, according to about what I see, it looks like a multiple of 4. That's what it looks like to me.
Well, it's row. So you chain 109, and then the first row, which is the right side, double crochet and fourth chain from hook. And
It
that
looks
first,
to me multiple of 4
and
plus
then
2.
yeah, and then that third double crochet is a counts as your first stitch, so you'd need 3 at the end.
Hmm.
And then skip 2 chains, 5 double crochet, and the next, which it would be the third. Skip 2 chains, double crochet, and next 2. Repeat across. So that's why I think it's a double multiple of 3 because you skip 2 and then the third you do you know the stitches, and then skip 2 and then the
Yeah.
third, and fourth you do 2 stitches, and then skip 2 and the third you do the 5 double crochet, and then you end with 2 double crochet and the last 2 chains. Chain 3, turn, and then double crochet, and that double crochet counts as the first stitch. That chain 3, and then so you skip that first stitch, go into the next one, double crochet, skip 2, and it'll lead you up to the top of the fan, and then 5 double crochet, skip 2, and it'll bring you down to the next one, and then
Yeah.
double crochet in those 2, and then just basically do that all the way across.
Chris says that you make some wonderful projects, Cameron.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm on my tablet, so I can't really see the chat. Unless I press the button, then I couldn't see us.
Because right now I'm using my tablet to do my live, and then I got my phone sitting here to read the chat.
Yeah, that's what I do. It if I'm like not using my phone, because VJ from VJ's Crochet told us,
Yeah.
about this app. It's called Crochet.land,
Mhm.
and you got your timer to tell you how long you've been doing it, your rows,
Mhm.
and then it tells you like how long you've been doing it, the suggested price,
Yeah.
and then the hours.
Well, I'm gonna have to look that app up.
Yeah, it's called Crochet.land, and there's no spaces in between. So it's basically all one word.
I'm gonna definitely have to look that up.
Yeah.
And Chris also said that you always have such wonderful projects.
Yeah. It takes years. I started in, believe it or not, 2014. No, 15.
Mm. That's like with me. I've been doing it like on and off since I was like 16.
Yeah.
and then I just recently
got into it.
yeah, like more than what I used to. I
Right.
just recently picked it back up when COVID had happened, and before then, it used to be when I first started. It was this lady older lady that I lived next door to. She crocheted and knit, and she was sitting on the porch one day during the summer, and I always enjoyed her watching, so I asked her to teach me how to crochet, and she taught me. And she always said, as long as you have like the three basic stitches down, you can pretty much crochet anything.
Oh yeah, the first one I technically learned was the chain, obviously, and then I didn't realize it until my cousin pointed it out. But I was doing the slip stitch,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "Come here." So she kind of showed me a little bit on how to hold the yarn
Mhm.
and hold the hook, and then she showed me how to do the single crochet. And then we always have a pad of paper by the phone in the kitchen, and she wrote down crochet, and then she's like, and how to spell it, and then she's like, whatever comes up after that is what you hit.
Yeah.
So I did, and then I followed Jada in stitches, and I learned the granny square from her. So that's why you'll always see me, always hear me talk about Jada and stitches.
Yeah. And like me personally, like I can do multiple granny squares and sew them together. Me personally, but after so many times that I can do it, but that's just not my preference.
Right.
And making multiple granny squares and then having to sew them together or crochet them together, that's just not my thing because it takes up so much of my time making up so many granny squares into the pattern I want, and then have to sit there for 6 7 hours trying to sew them together. Like,
Right.
don't get me wrong, I've seen like other people do it and it's so cute, and how they use their the stitches and how they crochet them together or sew them together, but it's just not for me.
I have an Afghan like that. Like I only did I think 3 rows of the granny squares, and then did the I single crocheted them together, and then just
Yeah.
did stitches around them.
Like me personally, like I can do it, but I just don't like doing it. That's my thing.
Yeah, it takes up too much time, like you said.
And like me personally, I have to be in a mood to do something like that.
Yeah,
Like where like I can do everything I want. Cause I
exactly.
showed my pot holders earlier. This is one of my pot holders is a set, and it's like 24 stitches across in about 23, 22 rows going up. No border, no nothing.
Yeah, sometimes like when I do my coasters, here I happen to have one sitting next to me.
Yeah. Sorry about that. My tablet fell.
All right, so depending on my mood, I'll either do 20 or 25. This one is 25. This is a big one of my big coasters
Mm.
that I make, and then let's see if I have a small one in here. Ah, is this a small one? Nope, that's a washcloth.
Oh, Chris, I'm kind of confused on what you mean. This is a long time. I'm confused in that one.
Yeah,
What do you mean by that, Chris?
Probably, how long we've been crocheting.
Oh,
All right, and so here's a smaller one. Here's 21 stitches. For the big ones, I choose 26. Skip the first stitch and single crochet all the way across, which
mm-hmm.
leaves me 25 stitches. Then just crochet into a square and then do a border. This is 21 stitches. Skip the first one, single crochet across, which will leave me 20, and then
Mm-hmm.
crochet into a square and then do a border. I was right on how long we've been crocheting.
Because I know the ones I have here. I did 20. I chained 24, and I did a multiple. Like I chained two, where the like with the chain two counts as your multiple. Then you
Yeah.
go into the first stitch, and then like after that, I started making pot holders for family and friends, and
Oh, so do
then
I. Like all the dishcloths I make 9 times out of 10 are going to family. Like,
I know this past Christmas
yeah,
I made both my both my aunts, a friend of mine, a family friend of mine's, and my mother a shawl for Christmas, and then I also made another friend of mine's a baby blanket.
now this is going to a. This is the moss stitch.
That is, I love the colors in that stitch there. I like how it worked up.
Yeah,
I really
and
do.
then the white one on the bottom is going to my mom,
That's really cute.
and that one's knit. And I just cast on 38 stitches and basically knit all the way across for 65 rows, and then bind off.
Ooh,
Now people always ask, since I do both, they're like, which one's better? Crochet for speed,
mhm,
and then like for the knit dishcloths just saying they're only 38 stitches. To me,
yeah.
those rows go by faster than the crocheted ones because you're actually like going into the stitches, which drive me crazy.
Like I tried knitting before, but knitting is like kind of confusing to me. Got into it
Yeah,
because of how confusing it is to me. Cause like, and I'm like, when somebody tried to show me it before, cause I have a friend of mine that live up the street that knits, and she tried to show me. And what got me was like the back loop, front loop, and then this kind of loop and that kind of loop. I'm like, I'll just stick to my crocheting. At least I know what I'm doing with crocheting.
yeah,
Thanks, Chris, for getting that for me, cause I was about to get it.
because it's like the I just knit my sister a scarf of Harry Potter. I did the
Oh, I think I seen that one on some. Or I think it was somebody. Oh, Kelly's live that you was working on the Harry
yep,
Potter one.
yep, and that took me forever because you're sitting there switching um between knit and purl.
'Cause I think
I
I
would
seen
say,
that one that you was on Kelly's live, and there was I think it had black in it, black and blue or something like that.
that's the one. That's for my sister.
You can correct me if I'm wrong.
That's for my sister.
You should make me one. And I
Uh,
love Harry Potter. I've read all the books and seen all the movies.
I couldn't. I've got ADHD and a very short attention span. I My grandma gave me the first one, and I'm like, sissy, I think this was meant for you. So she actually sat there and every night would read me a chapter from it.
Oh, I love Harry Potter.
She can read those books, every one of them, in 3 hours.
Cause
3 hours.
I know each one because of how thick they were and how many chapters there were. Each one took me about like a week and a half to read.
Not her.
It took me a week and a half to read between each and every single one, and read every and watched every single book.
And Chris actually had a question about that, about knitting. He said, what type of knitting is best to learn? Continental? I would say yes for speed, but I've tried, to do that myself, and I just can't figure it out. It's either because I'm too stupid or can't figure out how to hold the yarn. So,
What? You're not stupid.
True,
You're not
but
stupid.
I just can't figure it out, and because the loops that are on the needle, when I do it continental,
Yeah.
those loops are bigger. They know what they're supposed to be.
And Chris, I
I
normally
do
use
what
auto book from Amazon.
Sam. I do what's called, or not Sam. I saw Samantha pop up in the chat. I do.
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah, flipping is not a term, but picking is what's known as continental. Throwing is what I do. Because if I'm using, hang on, let me pull that through. So, there's about a billion different types of hooks or needles. So these are straights. Now I'll throw using these ones with my right hand.
I
I
always
throw.
take the straight ones,
Yep. And then
but the ones also because the friend I'm telling you about, she used the straight ones
yeah,
and the ones that has
the circulars.
yeah, circlers.
Yep, I have a pair of those and I'm getting them. So and then there's the straight needles, but the shorter version. And I can do the same thing I do with the circulars. And here are the circulars. So with the circulars, I'll take my right hand needle and put it in the stitch and kind of flick it towards the yarn.
Mm.
Very pink knits. Stacy does it that way, and I can only do it with the shorter straight needles and
Yeah.
these ones. I'll quickly cast out a few stitches.
Cam, I will be back. Give me about 30 seconds, okay? I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yep.
I'm going to turn my camera off, but entertain the chat if anybody else pops up.
Yep. All right. So, give me 1 second, Chris, and I'll show you. All right. So, here's the needle in my right hand, and then with the longer straights I showed you, and this is how I hold my yarn: over my ring finger, under my middle finger, and then I put my index over and then under, and then it sits like that. And if I'm using the straights, I'll wrap it around my pinky, over, kind of like my ring finger, under, and then use my middle finger and kind of throw it like that around my right hand needle, and then you pop out from the front, and then off your hook. And then with the circulars,
Yeah, I'm still alive.
I
I actually
just pull it like this, and then turn my right hand needle kind of towards the yarn,
my
and then
go-go.
it kind of picks it up, and then
EJ,
put it
you
through the
good?
front of the loop, and then off your needle.
Because I wanted to also like a cigarette too.
And you go pretty quick going like this with the way I use the circulars.
So you gonna call Mr. Penny for me? Oh shit, yeah. I know you forget. I'm gonna call him now. While I'm got him on hold.
So, and then like with the left hand, you it's kind of weird. I can actually hold it the same way I do my yarn when I crochet, and then you just basically do the same thing, and you're just picking, and that's where they get the pick, because you put it through like you normally would knit, and then pick the yarn, and then pull through. But I've never, to me, that's too slow, and I don't have the patience for it. You're welcome, Chris. So am I. I'm right-handed.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. And then, so like when I crochet, my yarn is always in my left hand.
Yeah.
But when I knit, I just can't figure it out.
Cause I'm left-handed, so I crochet with my left-handed. So a lot of tutorials that I see on YouTube is for like right-handed people, and I do because I am left-handed, I can read um I can reinterpret that into a left-handed crochet.
Right. If you go to the crochet crowd, he's actually been doing like the right and left-handed versions of patterns.
That I tried to look up on YouTube for left-handed tutorials, but I can never find one. So because of me, there's more right-handed people in the United States and across the world than there
Yep.
is left-handed people. So I learned how to crochet left-handed by watching um especially certain patterns that I like to do that I think is really cute and I want to do. Cause it's this stitch. I think it's Bago Day, and she has a tutorial out for a hat, and it's right-handed. I have to play with it a little bit in order
To
to get it right
make it
with the
left-handed.
stitches. It's for because I know in her video she's right-handed,
Yeah.
but I have to play with it a little bit to make it a left-handed tutorial or crochet hat.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get me some coffee.
Oh, you're fine. And it's just like, what the heck? Now I lost my crochet hook. Now I don't know what the heck I did with it. Oh, I found it. It's sitting on my floor underneath my fridge. That's the only thing I hate that when I'm making large projects is that I always wind up losing my hook somewhere in the project, the yarn, or I wind up dropping it somewhere. Chris, that there are tutorials for men projects that I've seen that are so easy to make. But with me being left-handed type of person, like you can tell that I'm left-handed by what you see on my left now. I tried that, Chris, but it doesn't work. Where that like I have to sit there and watch the video multiple times to um to get the pattern down.
Jada and Stitches actually has a quick tip about the putting like your phone or tablet on the and face it towards your mirror.
Yeah. And Samantha, yes, I am still working on my husband's blanket. I'm still working on that, Samantha.
And I am working on my uh other blanket down, but it's down here on the floor, and I'm working on a cross stitch, Samantha.
Because there a few I think the month of December, I started my husband's blanket like right after Thanksgiving. And the right after Thanksgiving, the only thing I had done was this middle part of the black. And right in the beginning of December, it took me about what I think 3 days to do the blue, and then the purple, then the gray. Then I'm back on black.
Oh, so this here couch from Friends, I started this November 26th.
Is that a chair?
It's supposed to be a couch.
Well, I love that green.
Oh yeah, this is so the colors are orange, and then I ran out of this color, so I had for the bottom of the arms I had to use the this color brown.
It looks good together, Cam.
Oh yeah, and then
It really looks good together.
I got it like right before things like a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, and I did the
Hey,
turkey.
Pinky.
Hi Jennifer, and then you do the I did the turkey.
That's really cute. Hey,
It is.
Jennifer.
It was fun doing it.
It's really, really cute.
The hardest part for me was actually sewing on the pieces. I don't mind like sewing amigurumi together,
Yeah.
but the couch was a pain in the tuchus. That's Yiddish.
I hate sewing in my ends.
You know, I don't believe it or not. I actually seriously love sewing, and I tell people that on live, and they're like, "Which one do you prefer, hand sewing or sewing by machine?" And I'm like, "Hand sewing."
Because I know that a friend of mine's last year, no, actually my husband's daughter, that she was pregnant last year, and I made a baby blanket for her, and in the colors of white and purple.
Ooh, that was pretty. I bet.
White and purple. It was this color purple here, but in a light. It was like a light purple. It was
Like a
similar to this purple here, but a little bit lighter, and it was also had white in it,
was it kind of
and
like this color?
it was slightly darker than that, but lighter than this.
Okay, so like right in the middle of the that one
Yeah,
and
right in the middle of the two. It was like in between the two. And when I got to by the time I got done with it, I didn't have it like I wasn't originally I wasn't going to sew in the ends, but because they of babies they like to suckle and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. And I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and set sew in the ends because I didn't want the baby to like start suckling on the ends and like accidentally choke on himself or whatever. And that took me about like 4 hours to sew in all the ends. 4 hours. And hey, Jennifer, what are you working on today? And thank you for coming past, Jennifer. I highly appreciate it.
Ashley, do you know who that is?
The Golden Girls.
Uh huh.
That's the mom, Sophia, Blanche, and Dorothy, right?
Yep. Uh, Estelle Getty, Ruth McClanahan, B. Arthur, and Betty White.
Ooh, I haven't. I was watching the Golden Girls earlier too.
Oh yeah, I've over
Because
the
right now
year.
on TV, that they have replays like from every
Yeah,
single season
I watched it
playing
on
right now.
Hulu when I had it, and I'm more like Estelle Getty character because the stuff she says remind the stuff I say reminds me of her. Thanks, Chris. This was a gift from my sister. She gave it to me for Christmas, and then I got a Harry Potter bookmarker in here.
Always liked Dorothy because like
Oh
if
yes,
you like don't get me wrong, I don't have nothing against Betty White. I don't, but Dorothy reminds me so much of my grandmother, and it be I love it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to still talk, but I'm going to have to check on my food as well. And I got my food in the oven, and I ain't trying to burn it. Chris, do you mind if you get that troll? Why I do this real quick, please?
I got it.
Thank you, Cal.
You're welcome. And I reported it. I removed it and reported it.
Thank you so much, Cal.
You're welcome.
Cause I don't like trolls.
I don't either. They can go back to under their bridge.
That reminds me of a show that I used to watch when I was a kid. That how the troll will be underneath the bridge and stuff. And it
Yeah.
was an other thing that used to come on when we was kids. I can't remember the name of the cartoon, but it was a good cartoon that taught you about life lessons.
Chris says he reported it too.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Cam.
You're welcome.
Cause I happened to like woke up and I'm like, why is there a troll on here for? Like, what did I do in order for y'all, for them to like dislike me for? Like, I'm a good person.
Hey, and when the thumbs down was working, people would get them and they're like, "At least it's a view."
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what did like my thing is like, what did I do to these people in order for them to come in and troll things about me? Like, what did I do? They need to get these bad sites off, Chris. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm just like, why? And I'm sorry. This is my homemade gravy from yesterday that I froze. Cam, I think you're frozen, Cam.
I'm not.
You froze for a second.
I was actually. I had to trim or not yarn. What you call it? Embroidery floss. I couldn't find my scissors.
I do love my rice cooker. That's one thing I can say I do love.
I do like
I love my
rice,
rice
but
cooker.
I don't care for white rice all that much, unless it's like smothered
Cause
in
I know when
something.
I bought my yeah, that's the reason why I make a gravy to go with my dinner. Yeah, I'm making gravy to go with my dinner with the rice. And yeah, Chris, it's just I'm tired of bad spamming people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say thank you, Kim, for coming up and supporting. I want to say thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because to tell you the truth, this is only my third live.
Really?
Yes, it is. It's my third live. Hey, baby. Even though that you in the next room, Chris Kim, William Charles is my husband.
Hi, William.
Say hi to it, everybody.
Every time I do cross stitch, it makes me want to listen to hillbilly music.
Abby, meet Chris, Cam, and Delphine. I mean, not Delphine, but Jennifer. I'm sorry. I was watching Delphine live earlier, one of her replays. That's the reason why I said Delphine. Jennifer, Chris, and Cam, meet my husband.
Hi, hubby. I'm drinking. This ain't nothing bad. It's just hot, black, and strong coffee. Like I like it.
Because right now I am drinking ginger ale.
Ooh.
And I just realized something too. That I've been on for a little bit over an hour and a half.
I'm telling you, time flies when you're having fun.
It really
Oh no,
does.
Chris, that happens to me. That happens to me all the time.
I'm enjoying it too.
What football game are you watching?
I'm not watching football. My husband is. Normally on Sundays is football day, so I'm normally and like on Sundays is normally the days I go live anyways. And so while he's watching football, because the team that I wanted to watch, we didn't make it to the playoffs, so I don't really care about all the other teams all like that. But he's the one he watches the other teams. And it's okay, Jennifer. As long as you made it to this one, that's all that counts. 'Cause I understand life happens. I understand that. Because that maybe one day I might not be able to do one of the lives and like because life happened. I get it. I just appreciate you supporting and coming past. I highly appreciate everyone.
And I found my scissors.
Cam, how many hooks do you got in that container, Cam?
They're just needles. I got three different size needles, 7, 8, and 9, and then two circulars, which are size 8 or 5 millimeter.
Hmm.
All my hooks are in cases. I got all
Like
my
right
ergonomic ones.
now that I'm using, I like the bag.
Oh yeah,
I love
and
the bag.
and then this one has all of my non-ergonomical ones. They're my size 7 millimeter, 8 millimeter, 9 millimeter, and 10 millimeter.
You're good,
Then like I
Jennifer.
got a
If you do your videos, Jennifer, I normally don't come on until later on in the evening, anyways, between 4 and 5:30, anyways. I came on a little bit early today because I had set it at 5 o'clock, Jennifer. But I came on about like 4:15. And Cam, I'm right now. I'm using um a
yeah.
I9 hook.
5.5 millimeter.
Then I do have a 25 millimeter hook. I can show. Let me go grab it real quick, and I'll show you what it look how big it is. Give me a second so I can go grab it. Okay.
All right, take your time.
I'm back. Because this is my 25 mm hook. And like this brown part here, because like when I first started using it, did slip through my hands a lot. So I had wound up putting some brown double-sided tape on it for me to like grip on it and hold it. And now I have a grip for when I use it.
The biggest I have is 15.75 millimeter, or a Q 17.
I have that hook too.
And then a colleague of mine at the store found actually I lied. This ain't the biggest one I have. This is a 16 millimeter.
Is it a P15 11 mm?
Yeah, and 11 millimeter. 11 millimeter is.
Does it look like this a little bit?
Yeah, this is a 16 millimeter. This is a
Because the
Q.
one I have here is a P16-11.5 mm.
11.5 millimeter would come after the 10 millimeter, which is hang on. Ah. Okay, so here's a 10 millimeter. 11 millimeter would come after that.
It doesn't look like this one here.
Yeah, that's
Because this is 11-8.00.
Oh, that's that is a Susan. That's a 8 millimeter.
Yeah.
Or a size L or 11.
And
then I got.
Let me see. I'm sorry, that was my crochet. My thingies.
Yeah, I have
For
some
my
of those.
I have to sew it in ends.
Yep, and then I got a 9 millimeter or M13, in both Susan Bates and Hobby Lobby, and same with the L.
I think that's the only hook I don't have.
Oh yeah, I need the bigger, size 8 and up. Anywhere from an 8 millimeter to a 10 millimeter, because I do bags.
Like the smallest one I do have is a H. No, it's a F. F5.
The smallest one I have.
8.2 mm. That's the smallest I have.
Yeah, 3.75 millimeter.
And hey, Samantha, welcome back. Because like I use I wound up going to Dollar Tree and buying one of the pencil holders.
Oh yeah, that's what these were meant for.
And it works very well. And I get the football one.
Yeah. This is a 2 millimeter. But the smallest hook I have, if it is, Chris, that's you rarely see 1 millimeters. Where's it?
Like me personally, Chris and Cam, that I don't like working with anything below a 5, like a 3 or a 5, because that's like you ever see those really tiny hooks that's pretty much used for like thread and stuff. I can't stand working with thread. I like, because me personally, I like to see my stitches.
Yeah.
So anything
The
above,
smallest I,
like, I like to see my
the smallest
stitches.
I have is the steel crochet hook.
I got to see my stitches in order for me to see what I'm doing. Yeah, I
That's
can't
the
work with
smallest I
those
have.
hooks. The
Now
hook
this
that
one
you're selling,
you
Kim,
probably
I can't use
I
it because it's easily blind in one eye. So it's kind of hard for me to see. So anything above what you're working with, I have to like see my stitches out my good eye. I can't use small hooks. I can't do it. I'm still talking and stuff like that. I'm just cooking at the same time because it's almost done.
Chris, there's different types of thread. It goes there's 30, which would be the biggest. No, the smallest. There's size 10, 30, and I think 50. Yeah, size 10 is like right in the middle, and then size 30 is the smallest of crochet threads. And you'd want to use like a size 7 steel crochet hook with that. And the size 5 would be like a fashion thread. That'd be thicker. Because then you go, yeah, that'd be really thin. That makes really thin doilies. Is the size 80. But I can't, I would never be able to see that.
Like me personally, like I like working with a 4-weight yarn or higher. Anything smaller than a 4-weight, I don't like really working with. Cause like the higher the quality of the 4-weight or anything like that, I love it.
And it's weird, after doing all this amigurumi, I love the thinner weight yarn.
Me personally, like I don't mind thinner weight, but at the same time, it's hard for me to see it.
Yeah. I was just trying to
Like I
crochet
like to see what I'm doing. That's my only thing.
yeah. Like my the box for my rosary broke this morning, and I was gonna try and use this yarn to crochet me a new like little bag, but I think I gotta actually work on it like during the when I first wake up and start crocheting. This is a size 2.
See, that's too small for me, Cam. Really, like way too small. Like I can me personally, like I can pretty much work with any kind of yarn, but it's just like the thinner the yarn is, the harder for me to see it, especially if I'm trying to like work my stitches. That's like the only issue that I have. And I do want to say thank you, Cam, for coming up.
Oh, my pleasure.
Oh, my pleasure. I really do appreciate it, and thank you, Chris and Jennifer and Samantha for coming across, and thank you for whoever else is watching. Oh, hey, MTV. I wasn't expecting you tonight. Everyone meet MTV. She is a very good friend of mine. A very good friend of mine.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. And who? What that? Where are you? Who's that? You making for? Cam.
Me. This was a Christmas gift from my sister.
And that's coming along. Like that's really cute because I love the Golden Girls.
Oh, so do I.
And thank you, Me TV, for joining us. I appreciate it. And I thank everyone that came along this evening. I appreciate all y'all. Well, I know you mentioned something about you ate something earlier, Cam. What did you eat earlier?
We had hot dogs, chili, and then we had cauliflower. And this recipe we had at Christmas. Um, it's cauliflower with olive oil and everything bagel seasoning. And then my dad tried it in the air fryer, which
That
it was
sounds so
good, but
good.
it wasn't as crispy as when you do it in the oven.
Sounds so good.
And what do you do it at the oven?
Uh,
When you do it in the oven, 400
hello?
for 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay, here I come. 1 second, y'all. I have somebody at my door.
Me TV, I don't do the cooking in my house. My dad does. We ate at 5. We usually eat like just like right around 5 o'clock. And just to let y'all know something about me, I love cooking, but I can actually do the impossible. I can burn water. That's a little fun fact about me. I love to cook, but I can't. I burn water. Oh, my dad does too. Me TV. He loves using his air fryer. My sister bought it, and I went in on half. We paid half for it, and he uses it at least 4 times a week, if not more, depending on what we have for dinner. Because he used it, I think Thursday.
Sorry, y'all. Was somebody came to my door, and MTV already started cooking already. It's in the oven now.
And Ashley, if you want to do a raid in 10 minutes, Kelly goes on.
We can do it right in 10 minutes. That's fine. Cause
Yeah,
I've been on. We've been on for about like 2 hours now.
yeah, because I think you started. I was, I think downstairs doing something, and I seen you come on at 4:30. Hi, Nana Michelle.
Cause Cam, if you want to share Kelly's link, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna put her channel
Hey
link in
Nana.
the chat. Once I put Nana Michelle's link in here,
Yeah,
I'll
you
go and put.
can you do Nana Michelle's MTV Jennifer's and Chris for me, please?
Yep.
And Nana Michelle, I am making pork chops in the oven with some chicken broth and homemade gravy with some white rice.
Now for me, my white rice has to be smothered. Like I'll eat it when we get
That's the
Chinese. I'll
reason
put
why
it
I'm making the
on.
gravy.
I'll put my white
And you're
rice
fine, Nana.
and then put everything else on top of it, and then use my chopsticks to eat everything on top of it, and then I have to have a fork because I was taught never to, go like this with your plate, like the Chinese do. I was never taught to eat like that.
Yeah.
So I
And you're
always
fine,
use a fork.
Nana Michelle. I've been on since about like a little bit after 4. And thanks to Cam, I had somebody to talk to. Because for like the first half hour, I was pretty much talking to myself. And I got my white rice on now in my rice cooker. I'm going to get me another can of ginger ale.
Here in Michigan, we actually have a brand of ginger ale called a Verner's.
The only reason why I've been drinking ginger ale is because like about 2-3 weeks ago, I had came down with COVID, and thank God I'm okay now. But they say like that's the whole reason why I've been drinking a lot of ginger ale.
Yeah, we don't get it that much. Only like when we're sick, because in Michigan we have a saying: we don't drink Pepto
Yeah.
Bismol when we've got an upset stomach. We drink Verner's.
Because
So if you ever come to Michigan, you get Verner's when you're
I
sick.
live in Pennsylvania now.
I was going to ask you where you live.
I live in Pennsylvania. I've been living in Pennsylvania pretty much all my life.
I'll tell you something. I've lived in this same house my entire life, and we've never moved. I've I've been in the same room my whole life.
Mm.
And
Cause
I'm
like
actually
my
taking
childhood home, my childhood home, that the house is still there, but I don't really go past there as much as I used to since I got grown.
Oh yeah, Chris Verner's is ginger ale. That's what we drink. That's what we here in Michigan drink. It's ginger ale. It's a pop. It's a Michigan pop, just like Fago is. It's and
Yeah.
I know Fago is in Detroit. Yeah, ginger ale. Verner's is made somewhere in Michigan, and then Fago is made in Detroit. The factory is right where Comerica, right in the middle of Comerica. It's surrounded by Comerica Park, Ford Field, and all three of the
The Virgin, you're fine. Me TV, you're fine.
It's surrounded by all of the both casinos and then both of the fields. Well, the Ford Field where the Detroit Pussycats play. That's my name for the Detroit Lions, and then the Detroit Tigers. Because my neighbor around the corner, on
Mm-hmm.
the other side of the street and around the corner, works there. He that fireworks pop that came out from Fago, he actually gave me two of them,
Mm-hmm.
and it
I
actually, I
think I
swear to
froze.
God, yeah, it tastes just like a bomb pop if you've ever had one. Those
Yeah.
rocket pops, I swear to God, it tastes just like it, but in pop form.
Give me a second, y'all. I think I froze.
Jump, jump back down, and then bring yourself back up. But it was only for like a limited time, but it was really good. He gave one to me to try, and then one for my dad. And it's like the levels of the bomb pop. It's like that in the pop too, the fireworks pop. Oh, now she's got the circle of doom.
Okay, am I back?
Yep, and you're unfrozen
Okay.
because when you first came back up, you had the circle of doom.
Okay. Cause I know I froze, and I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, if that ever happens, just drop yourself down, and then bring yourself back up. Yeah, this is the Golden Girls. There's Betty White, B. Arthur, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty. And it says, "Stay golden." And then it shows you, as you can see, it shows you, like the color. So then you go in here. I got all the bag, all my yarn. Or I keep calling it yarn, but it's thanks, Dana. All your embroidery floss, and then you just pick the color like Estelle and B's hair. You'd pick this gray, and for Betty, you'd pick the yellow and just do it. Oh, it will be. I can't wait. I
Oh,
got this.
Nana. I'm sorry to interrupt, Kim, but Nana, I have a question for you. You do have to show me that technique that you have to do that you did with your beating. You have to show me that because I would love to learn it. How you add the beats to the yard.
I did that once, and all I did was the pony beads, and I just threaded them onto some yarn. Really, Nana Michelle. She's Nana
The
Michelle.
only reason why I asked is because that I was on, I think her live, I think about like almost a month ago, and she did this shawl with beads, and the way she was doing it, man, I ain't gonna lie, it was off the hook. And I was like, how is she putting these beads on the shawl? Like, what hook is she using in order to get these beads on the shawl? I don't know. I think it was a shawl or a blanket, one of the two. But I'm still trying to figure out how the heck did she get them on there. I was still like kind of puzzled. Like, how did she get those beads on there?
I saw that tutorial. I saw that, Prince. That Pink Linda did.
Ain't Miss Linda from the lady from Kent from across the country somewhere?
She's in I almost said she's in Linda, but she's in England. She's across the pond.
Okay. I know I remember I think I seen her on Nana's Michelle's live before.
You probably have. She goes on I haven't seen
Linda,
Gina's
Linda.
tutorial. If she
Cause I
has one.
think okay, I remember Miss Linda because I think she's just like you, Kim. She knits and crochet,
Yep.
and she was on Nana's Michelle's live a few times.
She goes up on
Yeah,
Ursula's.
okay, I remember her because she has okay, I do remember her because she came on Nana's Michelle's live a couple times. She has curly brown hair or something like that.
Yep. Kind of like lighter brown than me.
Like a brownish color here, and she's
Yeah.
from somewhere in England or something like that. I'm not too sure where she's from, but I know she's not from the U.S. because of her accent.
She's from England.
Okay, I do remember her.
And then
She's really a nice, sweet lady.
she has, and then
She's really nice.
there's another lady that Michelle is talking about, Lady Bird Loves. Lisa, she's also from the UK. Lady Bird, she says Lady Bird has a tutorial, and Gina from Knit Turnpike, Knitting Turnpike uses a 1 millimeter hook to pull the yarn through. She has a channel too, but Lady Bird Loves.
Okay.
That's where I thought she was from, but I couldn't remember where Linda was from. So it's Warrington.
And like I will say that Miss Linda, by the few times I did watch her, she is a very, very, very nice person. I will say that. She's very. I learned
Oh, she
like a
is.
few things from her that on other people's lives. that for me watching her. Like she's really good.
She's left.
I will say that.
She's left-handed.
Left-handed.
Miss Linda is really, really, really nice.
Well, and if you get on Ursula's pants on
Cause I
Fridays,
don't know if I follow her or not, but I will go look her up to follow her because like I said to you earlier, Cam, I am left-handed because you can tell that I'm working left-handed.
oh yeah, she,
I
I
like
was.
Miss Linda.
Oh, she is sweet. But like the only time I watch Ursula's lives are on Friday, and she'll come up. Oh
If
boy,
you do, Nana, I can't wait. Because I'm just going based off the few times I did see her. Because mainly I seen her on Nana Michelle's lives from on Friday nights. But I will say that she is a really, really nice person. I will say that. And like, because I know the last time I seen her make something was about, I know she's working on something now, but as far as like a finished project, it was about like what, 6, 7 months ago. And she made some, I think she made a blanket or something like that. And she did it in all granny squares. And I'm like, in the amount of time that she got it done, and I'm like, oh, salute you, because I would never get done in that time frame in all granny squares. Honestly.
Kelly is live if we want to go raider.
We can go Raider.
All right, I'm gonna jump down and then let her know you guys are coming soon.
Got you, Cam.
All right, I'll see you over there.
Yeah. See you over there. Hey everyone. So it's back to me now, and then I would love to see that. Hey Nana, Cam left. And yes, Chris, give me a second and I will drop Kelly's link for you. Give me a second and I will drop her link. Give me 1 second. I have to find it. Thank you, Nana Michelle. Thank you so much. It was just kind of hard for me to I'm still trying to get like used to things to uh to figure out how to do stuff. And I will be sharing Kelly's live and a few other people's lives on here if y'all want to join. Oh, thank you, Chris, for doing that for me. And thank you, Nana, so much for doing that, for appreciating my blanket. I'm still trying to figure out kinks and stuff and how to share links and everything. Thank you so much, Chris, for sharing that. Bye, Jennifer. I will see you later. I'm going to probably stay on for a few minutes more because my dinner is almost done. Can't believe I've been on for a little bit over 2 hours. You're welcome, Chris. Can't believe I've been on for almost a little bit over 2 hours. For my third live, I can't believe I've been on for over 3 hours. I'm really, really proud of myself and proud of everyone coming across, coming over. All right, see you later, MTV. See you later, and I can't wait to see you again, MTV. I'm just, I want to say thank you to everyone that came to Stop Pass. I highly appreciate it. So I'm going to jump down and say goodnight and rate Miss Kelly. Oh, thank you so much, Nana. I appreciate you coming past and supporting me. I highly appreciate it because I do know that on Wednesdays and Sundays will be the 2 days out the week I will be going on, and I highly appreciate you and everyone that came to support me. But I am going to jump down so I can go catch Kelly's live, and I will see y'all Wednesday. And Nana, I will see you Friday, or I will see everybody in everybody else's live. So good night. God bless. Love y'all, and thank y'all for coming through. I highly appreciate every single one of y'all. Good night.